Grand Rising loves. This is the altar spread for the collective today. So it's exciting when we see new cards. It's just, it feels delicious. So coming up on this new year too, I'm like so excited for whatever will be. So this is the octahedron. The octahedron is an 8-sided triangular face platonic solid. And so if you remember what I had said before, the platonic solids are those that have all equal sides, equal angles, and they hold very specific wisdom, spiritual wisdom, and they can fit inside of a sphere. So the octahedron, the spiritual wisdom that this contains is the inner child. It helps you access the wisdom of the inner child and also the essence of that original state of dignity. And so the original state of dignity, because a lot of people misunderstand words, right? And words do speak energy into existence. But dignity, the original state of dignity, is really what we're supposed to return to. That's the state of the child that makes a mess, but yet still never considers him or herself unworthy of love. That's true dignity. To know that whatever will be, but it does not admonish the nature of who you are or your natural state of love. And so also to know that every single experience is new. There's nothing that will be the same. So patterns do repeat, but they repeat because the energy that you take into the experience is expectation because it feels familiar. And so when we change the way that we experience, when we allow everything to be new and be curious and be dignified as a child, our experiences start to right themselves and change as well. So that's the message of octahedron. The ghost dance showed up upright, and this is the synchronicity of a double 2. I love that. So ghost dance talks about messages from the ancestors. And so if you remember last time ghost dance showed up, it showed up in the reverse. So this time showing up upright, it's telling us to adhere to messages, learn from their lessons, that we don't have to repeat anything, because you have reached a stage of your life now where you don't have to keep repeating patterns. You should have the awareness and the consciousness to stop it before it happens, right? So if something feels familiar, saying, oh, I'm not going to react the same because I don't want to get the same result. So let me go into this brand new, curious, dignified, excited, full of love instead of bracing myself. Let me surrender into it, and it corrects the experience and really opens you to unfathomable, phenomenal results. So the ghost dance is asking you to honor the ancestors for doing work so that you don't have to. And so if you have a sacred space, like an altar, like I do right here, just light a candle in the name of your ancestors. And ancestors are anyone that has come before. It doesn't have to be bloodline. This is also ascended masters and guides and all of that ancestral line, those who have come before. It doesn't have to be your specific bloodline, because at some point you were everything. Know that. And so carnelian showed up. I love carnelian. Let's see. I have a couple of palm stones. These I use in my healing sessions. Really beautiful stone. I really love this one. The ripples, like the feathery petal-like ripples inside the stone. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So carnelian talks about action. It says, now you've gotten the guidance, you've received the guidance, you received the messages, you've paused, you've received, you've surrendered. Now act on it. Nothing can be created without action. But the birth of creation comes from that stillness. But it can't become unless there's action. And so now is the time for you to take action, but to take action in that high integrity and spiritual guidance. And so it says, first receive the spiritual guidance. And so if you feel that that hasn't occurred, you need to seek spiritual guidance. And this is a paradigm of spirituality, and anything that lacks substance is not going to survive in this paradigm. That denser vibration will be eradicated, and everything is spiritual. This is not religious. Everything is spiritual because you are a spirit. The creation of religion was in the beautiful poetic teachings, but the corruption came from the teachers. So return to that original state of spirit. You can watch a child and they will teach you more than any priest, rabbi, guru, Swami, hands down. Watch a child. And so Mayu, Soma of the Galactic Heart, showed up, and I love the message of this card. It says, we've received the mother's milk, and she's the goddess of the Milky Way. We have received the mother's milk, and we are full and nourished, and now it is time for us to move through that grace and to show our gratitude through our action. So can you do that? Can you show your highest integrity and love and gratitude through action? A detached love action. Not holding anyone captive, which is ego, but to move through the human experience, embodying the love that you were meant to. That's not hokey, it's not hippie, it's not new age, and it's not ridiculous. To be whole and balanced, to understand your darkness to the point that you can transmute it to love is not ridiculous. That's unity consciousness. And it's the releasing of resistance. So that is the spread of today. Receive the grace. We know. So thank you. And I do have a new batch of Luna Flor. So if you're interested in getting a bottle, please let me know, or scheduling a session. Go to divinityin.me. And happy full moon. Remember, our full moon cycle lasts 2 weeks to release anything that is impeding you in your spiritual path. So thank you. I love you. Got me soaking wet. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.